What's the craziest thing a teacher has ever done because they were mad at you? All semester long, I had been scraping by in chemistry. My tests came back stamped with pity C minuses. My notebook looked more like modern art than science notes. And one time, I actually answered a molecular bonds question with, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I wasn't failing, but I definitely wasn't thriving. Then the midterm started looming, worth almost half our grade. My mom hit me with the ultimate threat: fail this test and the PlayStation disappears. Suddenly, my academic survival instincts kicked in. For the first time in my life, I studied like a person possessed. Highlighters everywhere, sticky notes covering my walls, chugging energy drinks like they were water. By the end of the week, I could recite formulas in my sleep. Test day came, and miraculously, my brain decided to work. Every problem clicked, every formula made sense, and I finished early. I double-checked everything just to be safe and walked out feeling like Einstein's long-lost cousin. 2 days later, my teacher, Mr. Harlan, called me up to hand back my exam. He held it like it was radioactive, eyes locked on the giant red 98% at the top, the highest grade in the entire class. I was ready for him to pat me on the back or at least grunt some kind of acknowledgement. Instead, he leaned in close and whispered, "There's no way you got this score." I thought he was joking until he started interrogating me in front of everyone. Where did I sit? Who was next to me? Did I bring in papers? Did I look at anyone else's test? The whole class went silent, while he basically accused me of running a high-level cheating operation. My face was burning redder than the 98% written on the page, and that's when things spiraled. Instead of just admitting maybe I'd actually studied, Mr. Harlan decided I was his personal nemesis. Suddenly, I wasn't just a student anymore. I was a fraud who needed to be challenged. While everyone else got normal work, I was handed nightmare fuel. When the class wrote 2-page reports about baking soda and vinegar, I got a 15-page packet on the molecular structure of synthetic polymers. When the class took multiple choice quizzes, I had to solve graduate-level equations step by step, complete with explanations. Everyone else was learning acids and bases, and I was basically being shoved into quantum mechanics. At first, I tried to rise to the challenge, but after a week, I was drowning. My classmates finished their homework at lunch. I was up until 2 in the morning, buried under assignments that looked like alien hieroglyphics. My mom was thrilled I was finally working hard. She had no idea I was being academically waterboarded. 3 weeks of this nonsense went by before I snapped. I started taking pictures of everything, his special assignments next to the normal ones. The difference was ridiculous. My friends got worksheets that looked like crossword puzzles. Mine looked like doctoral dissertations. Armed with photographic proof, I marched into Principal Martinez's office and laid everything out. She flipped through my evidence, and with every picture, her eyebrows climbed higher. By the last one, they practically disappeared into her hairline. She called Mr. Harlan down immediately. I got to sit there while she asked him to explain why one student was analyzing orbital theory while the rest were still on acids and bases. His defense? He said I was a secret genius who had been hiding my true potential all semester. He claimed he was just pushing me to the level I belonged at. He said this with total confidence, like he'd cracked some academic conspiracy, and I'd been masquerading as average on purpose. The principal just stared at him for a long time, then finally said, "Or maybe you're just bullying a student for studying once." The silence after that was the most satisfying thing I've ever experienced. The fallout? Mr. Harlan got written up and sent to mandatory training about appropriate academic expectations. His precious promotion talk disappeared overnight. Meanwhile, I went back to normal classwork and was hailed by my classmates as the kid who somehow outsmarted his own teacher by accident. Now, whenever someone brings up that midterm, my friends still say, "Remember when you studied once and it almost ruined your life?" Apparently, hard work doesn't just pay off. It also unlocks boss-level teacher rage.